We interviewed both middle school and high school teachers to see what they thought about smog on a local and global scale. Most of them agreed that there were big issues in regards to smog and that we should actively try to find a solution, something that our team is working hard to accomplish.
So for our first question, we would like to ask you, do you know what smog is as, I guess, the composition of smog or what smog is in general?
Okay, so my understanding of smog is that it is a result of air pollution when some harmful substances combine with the elements of the atmosphere.
Yes, you are correct.
Yes.
In fact, it is caused by the pollutants that react with the ozone in the atmosphere. So, now for our next question. How bad do you think the situation is in our environment in regard to the atmosphere? Do you think smog is a big or small contributor to these, I guess, problems?
I'd say it's a pretty big contributor. It probably depends on where you are. Like cities like LA and New York and cities in China are more famous for it because they're more industrial. But overall, anything that happens anywhere, since we're all connected, if it's a bad problem somewhere else, it's going to be a bad problem here too.
I agree. Second question. Have you thought about moving to a rural area since the air around New York City is so grimy, I guess?
Yeah, I have not thought about moving to a rural area. Unfortunately, I think it's just a fact of life based on where our families are and where our jobs are. We're kind of stuck with it. So I think it's more about fixing it than just leaving it to somebody else.
Good answer. Now, what are some things that you have done to reduce carbon emissions or any other greenhouse gases?
Okay, so I think a big thing is fuel efficiency and switching to clean energy. So personally, I drive a fuel efficient car. And I think the big thing would be to shift to solar energy. Very expensive, but it's definitely in my future plans.
Now, do you think that the topic of smog is stressed enough in the news or any type of social media, I guess?
No, definitely not. I teach about air pollution in my living environment class, and it's always like the first time anybody's ever heard of it.
Really?
So definitely
Okay.
not.
Wow. Now, what do you think are some effects of smog on the environment and on our health?
Well, we obviously know about global warming, right? So affecting greenhouse gases is going to be a problem. I showed in my class the news clip from Venice this week, the flooding. So a disastrous environmental impacts, and then the smog. You think about your health, think about your respiratory system, and sort of your long-term health care. I think is concerning.
Those are some great answers.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, and I think that wraps it up.
My pleasure. Good luck.
Thank you. What are some things that you have done to reduce carbon emissions or any other greenhouse gases?
I have rented hybrid cars. I recycle. I don't know if is that relevant?
I would
Yeah.
say that it helps the environment,
Okay.
no doubt. Our next question. Do you think that the topic of smog is stressed enough in the news or any type of social media for that matter?
Not enough.
I see. We agree. So for our final question, what do you think are some effects of smog on the environment and on our health?
Obviously, it's detrimental to both. When people are breathing in those pollutants, that has to lead to sickness and people, maybe lifespans being shortened as well. I guess I would say the same for the environment, for the plants and animals that are breathing in the smog.
That was a great answer.
Why, thank you.